Hi everyone, I'm Loida, real estate agent in Southern California with Team BC at eXp Realty. Welcome to my channel, and if you're brand new, definitely consider subscribing because I do post a lot of great information, especially if you're a newer real estate agent. So in today's video, I am actually going to be answering a lot of the common questions that you guys sent me. I recently posted on Instagram for you to send me any questions that you guys had so that I would be able to film it on a video, and this is it. So make sure you stay tuned. Now, before I begin with the video, the holiday season is here. We have Black Friday, we have Cyber Monday, and Flexispot is one of the companies that I absolutely love their products, and they're having a huge sale. I have the standing desk and the desk bike, so if you guys have thought about upgrading anything that you have, definitely consider those two. I'm going to put the link in the description box below just to share with you some of the features. The standing desk, you can lift it up, so if you want to stand and make your phone calls or work standing, this is perfect for you. I know that I love that because sometimes I just get so tired of sitting. And at the same time, they have the desk chair, so it has pedals, which is pretty awesome. I actually did a while back a reel that I posted on my Instagram kind of showing you guys how it works. And obviously the standing desk, you can raise it up and lower it. It also has the ability for you to plug in any USB connection. So if you want to plug in your iPad or your cell phone, just like I have here, you can go ahead and do that. So everything is super easy to use. So once again, the links will be in the description box below. All right, let's get onto this video. Now, I recently also posted that I'm going to be doing my next new agent boot camp. It actually starts on November 29th, which is right around the corner. It's going to be 5 days. It ends December 3rd. And a question that I got is, do you teach us how to write a contract and how to submit a contract? So this is a great question. I do not go over any of that in my boot camp. And the reason that I don't do that is because a lot of the students that partake in it are from all over the country. They're from all over the US. I have a few from Canada and probably some other countries. So contracts is not something that I teach because obviously the contracts are different in every single state. However, everything that I do teach in my boot camps is applicable no matter where it is that you're at. So I go over a lot of mindset, negotiation skills, how to work with buyers, sellers, emotions. There is just so much that you really have to take part in my boot camp. And the great thing is that I'm doing a Black Friday sale, so definitely take advantage of that. The next question is, how do you get over feeling too new to do anything? So, you know, you just have to put yourself out there. You have to learn your scripts. You have to improve your communication, talk to people, network, and eventually you're going to start to get the hang of being a real estate agent. You really have to immerse yourself into that environment, learn, read, a lot of reading. That's going to help you because there's going to be this new lingo and a whole bunch of different words that you probably have never heard of. A lot of what you read while you were taking your courses is probably going to come back by little bits and pieces as you're learning. If you can shadow another agent, if you can get a brokerage that gives you a mentor, these are all great ways for you to start to get more comfortable, especially if you're brand new. Next question is, what should a new agent do as soon as they get their license? As soon as you get your license, the very first thing that you want to start doing is prospecting. Along with prospecting, I recommend you start learning your scripts and role playing. Find someone to role play with. In my program, we have a Facebook group that's private only to those that partake in the program, and you can easily find someone there. But you really have to start practicing and putting yourself out there. That's what's going to get you comfortable, and eventually, you know, the name of this game is for you to talk to as many people as possible because that's what's going to take you to get to that next person that's either going to want to buy or sell. Next question is, what is the biggest problem / situation you have come across in real estate? So once you start working and you start putting deals together and all of that, you're going to quickly realize that a lot of agents have no clue as to what they're doing. And on top of that, they do not know how to communicate. There's a lot of shady agents out there, unfortunately, that are only looking out for themselves and not their client. A lot of them can't communicate. They don't answer their phones. They just do a lot of shady, sketchy stuff. So you're going to quickly realize that a transaction that should have been easy and a breeze ends up being a nightmare because the other agent makes it so difficult to even do anything. So that is something that I'm already giving you a heads up you're probably going to encounter. Next is, do you ever revisit a lead that ghosts you? So that depends. it's gotten to the point right now that if I have been following up with that lead for months and months and they just ghost me, it gets to the point that, you know, if they're not answering me, it has to be for a reason. And what I have done, and this is something that I learned very early on, is that I had to call these people out. Now, if you're not calling people out and maybe you're new, or maybe you're like, you know what, I don't want to blow them off. What if it is going to be a transaction? This is what I'll tell you. People are not thinking about you. They're not thinking about you to either buy or sell. They're only going to think about you in that moment if it has come across their mind. If you are reaching out to them, if you're calling them, texting them, and they're not interested or they're not motivated or serious, they're just going to ghost you. So what I like to do is that I like to either call them or text them or even leave them a voicemail if they don't answer. And I say, hey Joe Schmo, this is Loida the realtor. Look, a while back you told me you were thinking about selling in December. I've been trying to reach you, but you're really hard to get a hold of because I'm sure you're really busy. So look, I just wanted to know if you're still going to be making that move. If not, I don't want to waste each other's time, so I can just take you off my list so I don't keep on spam calling you. So let me know. Either way is fine. If you want to do something, great. If you don't, that's fine as well. Just call me, text me, or let me know. Thank you. So that is something that's very straightforward. And at the same time, I've gotten a lot of people that respond back to me and say, you know what, Loida, we're not ready. Or you know what, we decided we're not going to sell anymore, but thanks for following up. Something you need to understand is also that people, they're not straight shooters. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're either going to beat around the bush, or the way that they think is, you know, I'm just not going to answer them. I'm going to ghost them and eventually they'll go away. But if you're anything like me, you just continue calling until they pick up. And again, these people, until you actually call them out, they're just going to ghost you and ignore you. Maybe they'll even block you because they would rather take that approach instead of calling you or texting you and say, hey, you know what, I'm not interested, or hey, you know what, I went with somebody else. So you can go ahead and keep that in mind when you are considering calling back these leads that just ghost you. Next question is, I don't feel knowledgeable to start filming. Should I start now anyways, or should I get more experience? So even if you have no experience with selling homes, let's say you just got your license, I would recommend for you to just put yourself in front of a camera. And it's not like you're going to give real estate education and go into a lot of information as to the buying or selling process, because at this point you probably don't even know exactly all of that information, what it entails. But what you can start doing is that you can start maybe even recording yourself, sharing with people that you're now a real estate agent, where it is that you're located, what you can do for them, and things like that. It can start very, very slow. I have a lot of great videos on my YouTube channel where I also give you a lot of different ideas for the different type of content that you can be creating. Some of the agents that I mentor, I tell them, you know what, go and do property tours. I'm pretty sure that there's homes that are vacant around where you live that you can easily just reach out to the listing agent and say, hey, you know what, I'm a new agent. I live local to the area where your listing is, and I just wanted to see if I can go and preview the home and maybe do some video content for my social media in case any of my followers or my network might be interested in the home. So this is exactly what my mentees are doing, and the listing agents are letting them go and take these property tours and post them on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, because at the end of the day, it's just more exposure. So those are just some of the things that you can do. Along with that, you know, you can give a few tips for buyers or sellers, and there are so many different blog posts and so much education already out there that you can literally just read a blog and translate it and make it into a video. And the last question that I'm going to be answering in this video is, how do you keep communication with your clients during escrow? So communication is really important, because if they don't hear from you, they might think that the world's going to end and that the deal's going to fall apart. So what you want to do is that up front, as soon as you start working with them, you want to let them know how often you're going to be following up with them. So if you're working with the seller, you can let them know that every Friday you're going to be checking in with them and letting them know exactly how many showings you've gotten, any feedback that you've gotten, and things like that. You also want to let them know when you're not available, because what ends up happening is that maybe they'll text you or call you at 8 a.m. and that's the time that you should be prospecting, or they might want to call you at 11 p.m. and the moment that you start answering these phone calls, if you don't set any boundaries or let them know exactly when you are available, they're just going to take advantage of you, and then they're going to think that, you know, you're always available. Maybe you are, but you want to let them know exactly when is the best time for them to reach you, and also when they should be hearing from you. So that's it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and in the comment section below, post any other questions that you guys have. That way I can film another video for you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone else, and I'll see you guys on the next one.